Hello everybody, welcome to Blender Basics. My name is Natalie and today we're going to be talking about multiple mesh modeling. That's right, more than just a circle now. Get ready. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's make this circle a little bit bigger. And why is that, you ask? Well, click Shift A and we're bringing in more things. Let's make some cylinders. Now, you might be saying, well, I want 2 cylinders for legs. I just don't want this one cylinder. And to that, I'd say, well, let's learn about a modifier. So, let's say you're trying to do some legs. Go over to this screen on your right. If you don't have this, you'll be going up to this tiny viewport window and change it to Properties. Or, if you've accidentally gotten rid of your viewport window, go ahead and right-click to make a vertical split. You have to do it on the edge, and a vertical split will make a new area for you. And then if you accidentally made an area, you can join it with the area there. Now, if you're trying to get back to your view, Properties will get you to this screen, and 3D Viewport will get you to this screen. Back to modifiers. Click Add Modifier, go to Generate, go down, and you'll find the mirror modifier. Take that, and you'll notice it says mirror object. This will be whatever you want your object to mirror the origin point of. So in this case, we're choosing the icosphere. All right, let's say, oh no, it looks like that. Nothing changed. Well, that might be your axes. Sometimes it'll give you the wrong axes first. So just go in and make sure you have the right one. And then, if it looks how you want it, you can apply it. And now, let's do the same thing for some arms. Alright, take your cylinder that we just made with Shift A, go ahead and click S, and now that's going to scale it up. Alright, now go up to your viewport, your preset, up in the top right corner, and click on your Y-axis or your negative Y-axis, and you'll find yourself pointing directly at your objects. Now, depending on your orientation, this could be the X-axis. Either way, click R, and now you'll rotate it. Now, if you want it to snap into place and get an exact angle, hold Control. I'm going to go for a 90-degree angle. All right, and then I'm going to make it a little bit longer. And oh, that's kind of a big arm. Shrink it down a little. And then put it into place. And then we're going to use the mirror modifier again, so let's do this again. Add modifier, generate, mirror. The object you'll choose will be the icosphere, and make sure it's along the correct axis. There's a bunch of other options here, and we'll be going over those at a later time. Right now, this is just the basics that you'll need to know for using your mirror modifier. Go ahead and apply that. Now you might notice, well, hey, why are my little gizmos over here and not in the middle of the two if it's one object? Glad you asked. Right-click, click Set Origin, and then Origin to Geometry. that'll go ahead and fix your origin point so it's in between the two objects. We can do that for these legs too. Alright. Now that we've done that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring my character up a little bit. So, what else should we add? Well, we can add some basic shapes that can help with modeling in sculpt mode later. So, let's make this cone a little bit bigger with S to scale it up. Bring it up. Move it over here. And this time we're going to do it with the rotate tool. See, when you do rotate with R, that actually does the rotation based off of wherever your viewport is looking. Now he's got a nose. I'm going to make 2 small icospheres next, with the mirror modifier again, and make some eyes. I'll make them kind of big bug eyes. Alright. Now go to Add Modifier, Generate, and again the Mirror Modifier on your icosphere. And then Apply. And again, let's set that origin with right-click, Set Origin, and Origin to Geometry. Alright. Now you guys looking pretty, like a little guy. So, now let's sculpt on him. And you might say, hey, well, why is it not letting me just sculpt on all of this? It's only letting me sculpt on one thing. Well, that's because you only have one thing selected. If you select 2 things, nothing else changes. But if you combine 2 things, now you can sculpt on them both. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and we're going to join all of these together with right-click and join. You can also do Control-J to join everything. Alright, now we're in a pretty good place for this little guy. He's looking, well, a little rigid. So how about we go to another modifier? Let's go to Add Modifier, Generate, and then we're going to go to Remesh. The remesh modifier is a very interesting one, and whenever you're using it, pay close attention to your vertice count. This is specifically for 3D printing, but you don't want to have over 2 million vertices when you're putting a model into a slicer, because you're going to crash your slicer. However, I usually let my models sit around 200,000 vertices. Anything over, I would say the most I've pushed a computer to is the ability to run 37 million vertices very badly, because I opened a file and I hadn't turned off my remesh modifier. And I almost crashed the computer. Now we're going to click Apply. We're going to go back to sculpt mode. And you might notice, well, hey, Natalie, why does it look like this? And why is it sculpting in a little oval? What's up with the oval? Well, glad you asked. That's actually because you haven't set your Control-A, Location, Rotation, and Scale. You can also just do that by clicking All Transformations. This will reset your origin point, but remember, you can reset that at any time with Set Origin, Origin to Geometry. This will make it so your character lets you sculpt normally. So now, let's say you wanted to do something on both sides of the character. That's what this is up here. This is the Mesh Symmetry tool. So go ahead and click that on, and now you're able to make a little guy. And you can sculpt on him to your wildest dreams. Alright, now that you got a little guy, and you give him just a little bit of mesh to him, you'll notice that it no longer looks like we just put the mesh into the other one. We can use the smooth tool to blend the seam and make it look like it was always just one piece, even though we know it wasn't. Alright. I hope that was helpful. That was just a few of the modifiers and a little bit about multi-mesh modeling. We'll be back next time with this little guy, and you'll just have to wait and see what happens. Alright. Have a good one.